Give it up for Shaz Khan.
My name is Shaz Khan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Vroozi. And Vroozi is based in San Francisco. I'm from LA. And we are a autonomous purchasing platform and AP automation platform for large multinationals. So all non-payroll spend that goes through a company will actually run through our platform. So anything from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon to customers in Texas like H-E-B grocery stores. We run our entire platform and sit on top of a number of different systems. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit of what we've done in terms of continuous innovation. Just a little bit about our company. We have 55 customers. We're in 15 countries right now. 6 billion annual throughput, 30,000 users, and on track for 10 million ARR by next year. That's where we're targeting. Hopefully we'll beat that. And a little bit about what we do. So we synthesize the entire purchasing process for companies. So everything from digital purchasing on your smartphone, you can get a boom mic, you can get shelving units, you can get helicopter rides, you name it, it runs through our platform. And then we actually pay suppliers digitally. So in corporate America, a lot of people are paying via check still. So we actually digitize payments through ACH, virtual cards, and a number of other mediums. And then we sit on top of any type of financial platform that you can think of. SAP, PeopleSoft, NetSuite, you name it. And again, some of our customers, we're very diverse. We don't have a industry slant, but we have three major areas: enterprise, Fortune 1000, mid-market organizations. We define anywhere from 250 million to 1.5 billion in revenue, and GPOs. GPOs are group purchasing organizations that actually build Costco-like discounts for their members so that they can get really good pricing without having to be a big company. So, as a tech company, I don't know if you guys all have tech companies or run SaaS or software. You know, there's a dilemma that always plagues us. How do we find ways to continuously innovate? You know, what are the levers that will keep us relevant in this market? And as a company, my advice, and I talk about this a lot, is that you cannot be complacent when you have a company. You have to be competitive in your core market. You have to prove that you can win in new domains. Classic example is Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster was complacent, and then Netflix came right and stole their lunch. Nobody knows about Blockbuster unless you have those laminated cards still, which probably you can find on eBay now. But the point is that you have to always be thinking about finding ways to innovate. And so a couple of sources, founder-led ideas. Well, we all have ideas, and we start companies based on those ideas, right? I personally get kicked out of a lot of my product meetings now because I just have a bunch of ideas, and they just go, we can't do any of this. And then I come back, and I go, well, what about those ideas that I just talked about? So you always got to be thinking about ideas. Client business reviews, great source of inspiration. So talk to your clients, talk to your customers, talk to them monthly, talk to them weekly. I'm speaking with H-E-B right after this in the Eastside Village Hub because we're talking about going into Mexico, right, with all their superstores. And product owners, talk to your product owners. Give them incentive. Competition, focus groups, user groups, white papers, you name it, right? There's all sources of inspiration you can find to innovate within your company. But what we did is a little bit interesting. How many of you guys know what a hackathon is? Okay, great. And have you guys run a hackathon internally or participated in one? So that's great. So we found that hackathons have been incredible drivers for innovation. So a hackathon is typically an event, fixed period time, about anywhere from 72 hours or less. Most hackathons are 48 hours. And they're fast-paced. So a lot of the hackathons that we run, people don't sleep for 3 days straight. I mean, they'll nap at their desks. We obviously staff them up with whatever they need, stock them up with whatever they need, pizzas, sodas, maybe some other libations if they feel successful. And it's a lot of fun. Slack channels booming up, a lot of animated conversations, a lot of profanity. It's a great way to basically deliver innovation in your company. And so we have a hackathon framework. First of all, the teams, minimum 1 person, maximum 4. Name your team, make it creative. Duration, 3 business days, and we run them twice a year. So we run them in December, kind of slow period, and then we run them in July. And cash prizes. We want to incentivize innovation, right? And I think it's a great way. We talked about profit sharing, bonus plans, commission plans. Give money to engineers. I mean, it's incredible what comes out of these 2 or 3 day micro sessions. And then team combination, no restrictions. So one thing with our hackathons is that we don't care what you're building. It could be completely irrelevant to our business model, right? We want people to actually open up their mindsets, open up their mind share, and think about new creative ideas where we can find value. And so we mix up the teams in terms of dev, QA, DevOps, product owners. A lot of our hackathons are just 2 people. 2 people, and could be up to 15 teams. And so our rules. On the technology front, no technology limitation. So feel free to explore, implement whatever you want to. And if you are using open source libraries and tools, no plagiarism, you will be disqualified, right? So if you are leveraging tool sets for your project, you must credit them in the actual hackathon. Okay. And then topics, no restrictions. And I'm a judge on the hackathon committee, but we want to see creativity. So we want to see a lot of people putting together great ideas that we can actually potentially implement in our solution. And so what are you going to submit? You're going to submit the working code plus the README instructions plus a PowerPoint presentation, right, or slideware, right? And you actually get graded on your slideware. So take your slideware seriously. That's part of the 72-hour sprint. Okay. And judging committee is made up of 4 to 6 team members. So that could be executive committee, that could be product owners, that could be DevOps, that could be a whole bunch of people. There's no title, right, for us. We just want to actually have a very diverse group of judging members that doesn't have to be executive-based. Okay. And scoring criteria. I have a lot of this already built out for you guys in terms of templates and frameworks. So if you guys want to, I'm a late addition to this. You can email me and I can send you the files and frameworks. It's really, really, really important that you guys look at this. So scoring criteria, 1 to 10, 10 being highest. We talk about innovation. Is your idea interesting, cool? Pitch, how well did you present it? The pitches are 10 minutes max. If you go over, you get dinged. So again, we run a pretty tight ship because if you can imagine evaluating in a 4 to 6 committee, it's about 6 hours over a Zoom. And it's really, really tenuous. So you have to have some brevity, but you also have to convey your message really, really quickly, right? Value, is your idea solving a problem? Did you clearly identify the problem? And how well did you solve it? And that can come out in terms of the actual PowerPoint. That can come out in terms of a demo that you do. So the pitch doesn't have to be just slideware. It can be a mix of the PowerPoint and a quick MVP demo. And then execution, right? So we actually grade 1 to 10 on all of these. And so here is a kind of sample sheet from one of our hackathons. And so a lot of people, Desk Demons, Callback Assassins, Innovation Hub, Bit Hunters, Creative Chaos. The people that actually won this hackathon were a team that combined their first names together, Yaro Sam in the middle. And so we had 5 judges in this hackathon. And again, we just scored and then basically presented prizes. And so again, from a framework standpoint, we encourage, if you're going to run a hackathon, have multiple types of prizes and awards so that you can incentivize people. So we've had team members that have actually won in 3 categories, which is your max. You cannot win in more than 3 categories, because then it's just really not helping, right? You want to see a lot of ideas come through, and our biggest hackathons have been about 15 teams total, so we have a lot of participation from the company. And by the way, hackathons don't have to be engineering related, right? So you can have a hackathon on a concept for improving the onboarding experience for your clients. You can have a hackathon for, better customer experience or customer service and leveraging tool sets to basically synthesize that customer experience. So it doesn't have to necessarily be tech related or MVP in terms of coding. Okay? And one of the key areas that we like is most likely to be business viable. Right? So out of our first hackathon, we'll just go for prizes, right? So cash awards for first, second, and third place, awards for category winners, bonus cash award for any hackathon project that makes it into the Vroozi roadmap, and then certificates, and then infinite bragging rights. Okay. And so our first hackathon was conducted in December 2019. The best overall project that we got, and was actually business viable, was a application of machine learning models to auto-suggest accounting information. So what that means is that when you actually buy something for your company, it's going to typically get coded to a GL account, right? You don't know what that GL account is, right? So what this hackathon proved was the ability to take a description of what you were buying and auto-code it to the right GL from a financial standpoint, which was great from a controller standpoint. These guys put it together in about 2 days. And the Hackathon 1, we basically did the machine learning. Hackathon 2, which was done in December, now we've moved to 2, was a smart administration module. Production release was December of last year. And now this product in red, Vroozi Intelligence, was the result of our hackathon. It's our fastest growing product right now. We just hit 1 million ARR on it in about less than a year. So what this does is it's smart document processing. It takes any incoming document in terms of a supplier invoice, whether it's handwritten, whether it's machine generated, and it's able to extract all the information, basically put the information in the system, route it for approval, and then pay it without any human intervention. 0 human intervention. And it started from a concept that a team put together in December 2019. And we would never have come up with this concept without that hackathon. And so here's an idea, right? Here's a kind of concept that we see. These are real invoices that run through our system. I mean, handwritten doctors, pharmacy type invoices, right? And without Vroozi, it takes up to 20 minutes for somebody to hand key that in, figure out where it needs to go. We actually process these documents in 15 to 30 seconds without any touch, right? And so again, what we are talking about is being able to take ideas that you build within your company, find ways to cross, find ways to upsell, and find ways to implement these into your sales strategy. And so we've cross-sold 50% of our existing customers, and all new customers that purchase our software get this baked in. And of course, price point, ACV goes up, based on the value of this, right? So, like I said, 1 million new ARR that we've recently hit, and key takeaways. So, provide a framework and rule set for the hackathon. Again, email me if you would like a copy of our framework. It's pretty detailed. It's fun. Designate 1 or 2 individuals to coordinate and run the hackathon. Have some project team members that you trust. Doesn't have to be your head of engineering. It could be someone that's really just super organized, can basically produce the hackathon and make it happen for your organization. Run it. It's great team building. It's really, really great team building. And what we see is that we see our sprints and our quality of delivery and our pace just go through the roof after a hackathon because people have this buzz, right? And then hackathons do not need to be limited to coding exercises, right? They could be anything within your organization that you feel can drive value. Okay? So thanks for being a great audience. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, go ahead.
How much do you pay for those teams? So what is the metric there to pay for them?
Pay in terms of cash?
Yeah.
Cash prizes can go starting at $1,000 and kind of trickle down to $500, $250. But each team member gets the cash prize. Yeah. Yeah.
And what's your email address?
I can share it with you guys. Yeah, it's. Do I have it on here? Let me see. That's a good point. There it is, right there. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm sorry.
How big is your team?
We have 60 people, and in 5 different countries. So Nepal, India, Pakistan, Argentina, and U.S.
Do you ever have teams doing it across country? Or is
Oh yeah, I mean everybody participates.
no, like would a team have people?
Oh yeah, yeah. We have team members in Nepal and Argentina. We have team members in U.S., India, Pakistan, U.S. It's a mix. That's how we run our development pods. We don't keep them constrained to a region.
Does the hackathon work remotely, or do you get everybody together?
I would love to get people there physically, personally, but with obviously the last 3 years, everything is remote, typically. But I mean, there are teams that, like to work together, and so they'll come into the office.